And we are streaming, everyone. Hey YouTube, this is Nicholas live with the amazing team. We have Spectiv right here, the CEO and the co-founder. We have Dylan Center and Nick Rivenbash, both amazing businessmen, both amazing entrepreneurs. And they essentially run this coin called Signal, which is meant for the Spectiv platform. And if you guys want to learn more about it, it's spectiv.io. Essentially a way to monetize awareness of viewers and to stream VR. So it has multiple layers. You guys did an ICO back in December. It was pretty awesome. You guys raised over $10 million and right now are making things happen, right?
Yeah, absolutely. No, we've got a number of things going on in the works right now. I know that a lot of the community's probably been thinking that we were kind of quiet over these past couple months. As I've kind of seen actually in the comments, we have been working a lot on like development, infrastructure for the protocol. Right now we've got like 4 people working really hard for an update we've got coming on May the 7th. Yep. But kind of as we've really broken into Q2 of 2018, we're doing a lot more on the business development and kind of company visibility side. So we're really excited, and we've got a couple of announcements we're looking forward to letting you guys in on.
On this video?
Yeah, absolutely.
Only at the end of the video.
Thank you guys. So that's we have an exclusive announcement and on this video, so make sure you watch this whole live stream till the end. It's gonna be fun. You guys can definitely post any questions you would love to have the founders and the core team answer about this project in the live chat right now. Most of you guys are posting also your Ethereum wallet, so we can definitely drop you some SIGs for the best questions and reward you guys thinking really hard. So what has been the hardest thing you've been focusing on so far? I mean, I can see one of the questions, I kind of read it already in the live chat right here, that are you guys more focused on the token right now, the protocol, or the platform, the Spectiv VR.tv?
Yeah, so I'll touch on that. We've been focused on both equally. So as Nick mentioned, we have a team of 4 developers. And we've had kind of a split between working on the Signal marketplace, which is, as Nick mentioned, we have an update coming out on May 7th. That's going to be huge. I mean, pretty much completely updating the entire system and really rolling forward to start commercializing that system. And then for the Spectiv VR site, we've been working a lot on the back infrastructure of the site, improving the speed of video playbacks and upload speeds significantly, because that's one of the biggest hurdles in this VR space is just in general, like the downloading speed of videos. And so we've been working a lot on that. And then as Nick touched on, in addition to what we've been working on the Spectiv site, after we wrap up this Signal marketplace update, we're going to be doing an update on that site where we're going to be integrating Signal tokens into the Spectiv VR site. And then also, as you mentioned, we've been working very heavily on the business development side for VR opportunities. And that's kind of the major announcement that we're going to be making at the end of this video is related to that. So really just been working on both in tandem, as well as we just updated our actual like marketing site and branding, which you'll see at our new site, spectiv.io.
Yeah, that's awesome. I actually just seen a website the other day, and I was really impressed with the clean look. You guys should definitely check it out right now if you have your browser open. It's just so clean, and it just gets the point so easily across. So if you guys might be new to this project, make sure you read through the website. It just makes it so super simple, and it totally makes sense for something like this to be big in the near-term future, right?
Thanks, Nicholas. We really appreciate that. Yeah, we definitely kind of moving forward with Spectiv, we want to make sure that we're as clear as possible in our branding and kind of, the difference between Spectiv VR and the Signal token utility platform, right? And so we worked really hard kind of getting that new website together, and Ray, our in-house designer, was really awesome in helping us make that happen. And with the launch of that site was kind of like the beginning, like striking of the match of us really kind of going full force on really our visibility and the awareness that we're building for Spectiv coming into 2018. So we really appreciate your compliments. We're glad you like the website.
Yeah, like Benjamin says right now in the live chat, he says, it looks like you guys been spending a lot of time building the infrastructure, just doing things behind the scenes, and now you're kind of starting to be ready to bring out the partnerships, the use the platform, and show its use case, right? I think it sums it up.
I can tell you, you're definitely going to start seeing a lot more of us like doing media things and starting actually moving forward with marketing what we have right now. So yeah.
That's awesome. And what, now Justin Morris wants to know, what do you anticipate for the adoption of the SIG tokens on other platforms? Because Spectiv VR.tv is just one of the use cases, right?
Yeah. I mean, I can say we haven't been putting a major focus right now on integrating signal tokens into other platforms or finding partners for that because, as we've been discussing since day one, basically, the Spectiv VR site and as well as the Signal Marketplace site are really built to be the first use cases where we test the system to make sure that everything is working properly, the entire Signal network is flawless. And so once we have those down and defined and have users using it, then we'll move forward to start actually expanding the overall network.
Okay. And like many people compare you, Ron, for example, wants to know that the difference between SIG itself and BAT as a token, because both are kind of trying to do the same thing with attention markets. Now BAT is focusing more on the 2D space in the browser world, and you guys are focusing more in the VR world, in the streaming world. Can you compare and contrast some things?
Absolutely. So basically, basic attention token is very viewer focused, meaning that you as an individual who browses the web as a viewer, you are so often subject to looking at advertisements, and you don't really have a choice in the matter often. And so the basic mission of the basic attention token is to kind of re-empower the people so that they're getting compensated for the attention that they are paying to ads. But it is entirely viewer based. And we think that's a really awesome mission, and we're glad that Basic Attention Token is doing what they're doing. Spectiv is more so focused right now on the influencers of attention. So what we have going with the Signal Marketplace is essentially a platform where advertisers who want to run an ad campaign for their product, service, or media, they list their ad campaign, and now any kind of influencer in the world, whether you have 10 friends on Facebook or 100,000 friends on Facebook, can create a unique link to share that ad campaign, and as they drive engagement or sales, they get rewarded in Signal tokens directly from the advertiser. So this is basically just a decentralized way for advertisers and influencers to connect with each other peer-to-peer and execute their transactions through a smart contract for the affiliate sales that are driven by the influencers. So it's different than Basic Attention Token, but we are also focused on attention.
I like how you're actually looking to kind of revolutionize the way itself links are shared, because that's the most common way of sharing cool articles and cool things on the internet is just posting a link on Facebook, posting it in your Skype group or in your Slack group, or wherever you spend time with your buddies, virtually, or chats or social medias. There's some link being shared somewhere, right?
Absolutely, it's huge. So, and you just kind of put it in terms of articles and content. But something that's really interesting for us right now, and it's a market that we're excited to address, is just the actual sort of affiliate sales market. So if you look at the statistics, don't quote me on it, but it was something like 16 to 18% of all e-commerce sales are happening through affiliate-driven sales, meaning people who go on things like, there's platforms like ClickBank and Commission Junkie, and then a couple others who I forget. And they're basically places where advertisers list their products, and then other people around the world say, hey, I think I have a relevant audience. I can probably help you sell that. I'll run Facebook ads for it, and Google ads and all kinds of things like that. They do that, and they help drive sales and earn commissions. That has accounted for about 16 to 18% of all global e-commerce sales, which is huge. It means it works. And what we're basically doing right now with the Signal Market Protocol is that essentially exactly what ClickBank or Commission Junkie do. However, with cryptocurrency, so there's significantly lower fees, and there's no real middleman in between the transaction. The advertiser engages directly with the influencer. So everyone really wins in this situation, and we get to use blockchain to really make the process more efficient.
And actually, I remember looking at, not only is the problem with the old world affiliate type of advertising that it's not transparent. You don't know what the other person is getting, right? There's no all the algorithms, all the pricing. It's all done behind the scenes, under a table. So you as an actual normal person trying to make some money maybe with this are getting the worst possible deal. But whereas the big guys are just scraping all the profits, we're just making it more transparent, a lot more transparent.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, I think I'm pretty sure we covered this in one of our previous live streams, because you guys, I had the honor of speaking to you guys on multiple live streams so far, and it's always some amazing questions, but I don't remember if we covered, Ron is also asking, do you think Ethereum can provide enough for your current blockchain, or do you guys have to move on to like EOS technology when it's viable?
So we're open to whatever is like the best sort of infrastructure for us to move forward with. We actually have had our developers looking at EOS very closely. We're paying attention to sort of all the coming developments with that and how that's going to go. And I mean, honestly, if we evaluate both options and one works better for us, particularly EOS, because the application of the Signal Marketplace does require a lot of microtransactions, and it could actually be beneficial for us. Yes, we're open to generally anything that makes our process better. With that said, though, on the Ethereum network side, there are a lot of different developments and tools we can use to make for strong microtransactions, namely a plasma chain. It's a little bit of a confusing concept, but our Solidity developer, Bryn, he's really awesome. He's actually at Consensus in Brooklyn right now. He's working very hard on developing a plasma chain for a small project he's doing on the side, and he's looking at actually passing over a lot of that code. So we might actually go with that. Really, we're open to anything, but we're watching EOS, but hopefully we can keep things simple. Yeah.
And kind of tying up with that, microtransactions idea you have in place. World Velour says, what's the main reason you guys multiply the original supply by 10 to make the token numbers bigger? Is that because this actual microtransactions you guys are focusing on?
Yeah, I mean, the main reason is because, as Nick mentioned, the transactions that we see happening in our ecosystem are not large transactions. For example, let's say you're an advertiser and you're working in the influencer space. Most likely the transactions happening there are going to be like 1 token, 2 tokens, 3 tokens, that type of thing. And it's a lot, just for our overall business mission, it makes a lot more sense for those to be worth, let's say, $1, 50 cents, at least initially right now, while the general public isn't used to the concept of, oh, I want like 0.37 tokens and that's the equivalent to 50 cents or something like that. The general public is still more aware of like 1 coin equals this amount.
Yeah, okay.
And so we wanted to make that happen, as well as, we did a community vote, and the community vote was overwhelmingly positive towards multiplying. It was like 93% of people voted to multiply the token. And so, I mean, that's the main reason we did it. It's because the community wanted us to do it.
Yeah, I just want to second that. It's, we heard a couple things from different supporters of Spectiv early on, and we were just kind of fielding it, and we sent out through an email just a little survey saying, hey, what would you guys think about pricing Signal tokens lower than what we were originally intending? And the support was overwhelming, 93% in favor of just a lower introductory price. So we reduced the price, and everybody seems to be really happy with it, and we are too.
Yeah, I think it makes it more graspable toward your target audience. And speaking of that, Benjamin says, what other target audiences, industries, if any, do you think this Signal token would be perfect for? Right now, you're focusing on making a proof of concept with this Spectiv VR.TV platform. Is there any other industries or audiences you guys thought this would be perfect that you guys were discussing internally or planning?
Yeah, I mean, so that you'll actually get a taste of that in the announcement at the end. But I mean, in regards to the Spectiv VR, I'd say right now are the biggest industry that we're actually looking at in terms of building early partnerships and event streaming is like the overall entertainment industry, and starting to do streaming of events in that space, as well as grow, obviously. And I saw this as from a question from somebody earlier. We are still putting a major focus on growing our initial content creator pool, I guess, bringing in more creators into the Spectiv VR platform. And once we release this next version of the Spectiv VR site, we're going to dive heavy into that expansion. I can say that we have had a number of content creators. I think 30 to 50 people so far in the past like 2 to 3 months have applied to be content creators.
Wow.
We're right now kind of in a process of waiting to onboard all of those people until we release this new version of the site.
And there's a lot of people like that really support your project, like Daryl and Robert, saying how this is awesome. They're really happy to watch you guys just be so open, transparent, and live here with us, streaming to YouTube. And there's lots of people actually asking where they can buy Spectiv shirts. They really want to show their support and can even maybe possibly buy them with Spectiv. I mean, SIG tokens.
Well, I would say we haven't thought about selling shirts at all, but I can tell you, if you check out Spectiv.io, we'll constantly be updating all the conferences that we attend. And if you come see us at a conference, if you have the ability to, we always give out shirts. We also have socks, custom Spectiv socks that we give out at conferences. So just try to come visit us at a conference and you get some Spectiv gear.
Oh, man. It's so worth it, guys.
The socks are awesome.
Yeah.
It's actually quite unique. I don't think I heard anyone giving away socks, but they're more important than shirts. I at least personally think.
Yeah.
Now, while we wait for Dylan to be back, yeah, Robert says this is fantastic, and that Ron really wants to help you guys achieve this beautiful vision. It says, what's the best way for a community to assist in hey Dylan, oh, you got a sock?
Oh, to be our socks.
Oh man, I want one.
Yeah. Honestly, if like we would love to, whoever is the winner today, if you'd be happy to disclose an address that we can mail to. We'll also say whoever wins as far as best question today, you'll get a certain allocation of signal tokens and also socks and a shirt. So we'll put that up there.
Oh man, I love that. All three of those. Yeah, so yeah, while I was Dylan, you were away, I was reading a question from Ron saying, what's the best way for community to assist with the Spectiv team and what you guys are trying to achieve, because people are really passionate about your work.
Yeah, so primarily, yeah, adoption's big. The number one thing I would say is really something we wanted to mention. I don't know if we just mentioned this earlier, but with the Signal marketplace that we have right now, it's kind of like this like influencer focused attention market for advertisers. Our most addressable market primarily is going to be crypto companies, because advertisers dealing in conventional business, obviously, who might not, work with cryptocurrencies and things, there's going to be a little bit of time for like major adoption to come in the conventional business world, as with any other major cryptocurrency, decentralized application. However, an addressable market that we can reach right now are those companies who are familiar with cryptocurrencies and understand that they can buy signal tokens and use them on this platform for their advertising. So right now we're really wanting to kind of address that market, and that could be different, crypto payment processing companies, ICOs, exchanges, anyone really trying to raise awareness for their crypto project. We're trying to address that market right now. So if you know anyone who's basically out there, trying to spread the word about their crypto project, you could just point them to the Signal marketplace anytime, after our update on May 7th.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome, because we would love to kind of see some actual like volume and use case on the platform.
And that's what it's all about. And speaking of the actual ICOs, Dan was asking a question. Dan Engler was asking a question earlier that how are your expectations met? Has the amount of work involved in an ICO startup been what you expected, more or less? Because you guys have been cryptocurrency enthusiasts for a long time, but how has your vision changed since you guys actually ran an ICO yourselves and started chasing this vision, right?
I'll touch on that first. Nick probably has his own opinions. We came into this knowing that it would be a lot of work. So just to explain, right? We're both entrepreneurs, both have started businesses in the past, and for example, in the past company that we worked on, you know that anytime you're starting a business, you're gonna it becomes your life, right? We don't work a 9 to 5. We're here if we have to be here until 3 in the morning. We're here until 3 in the morning. So it's not necessarily that it's like harder or easier. It's just you come into this as an entrepreneur knowing that it's just going to kind of become your life, and you have to put the focus towards doing work towards this rather than doing something else. So yeah, I mean, I would say it's been fun though. Is that and the reason that we've been able to do so much going towards this is because we enjoy the work that we're doing. So it's easy in that sense, in that we're working on something that we enjoy doing. So
Yeah. I mean, I definitely second everything Dylan says. I think to me the most interesting thing about it is kind of how big of a community there is around this business because, you know, we've built a utility token which is distributed and that a lot of people own and they want to know like how they can use it and what are the next updates on the token and kind of things like that versus like other businesses we've operated in the past which were private. The only people who were ever concerned with those businesses were us and maybe our 2 or 3 other partners. But, you know, with what we're doing now, we just really love that there's like a huge, you know, base of supporters and a community that really care about what we're doing. And, you know, just going back to the last question, ask us things like how they can help. And that to me has really been like the most refreshing surprise about a crypto business. And it's been really awesome.
And the cool thing is, you know, lots of people, have acquired this token either through ICO or currently on the exchange, hit BTC. And not is it only is it beautiful that you're coming into, you know, this vision very, very early on, and that you're holding this more or less investment, right? But you can invest in your investments, but actually providing your actual support and speak to the CEO right here, the co-founder right here, and you know, suggest awesome things. You know, tell them what people should use their marketplace, and just to spread the awareness and help your quote unquote investment by investing in it yourself. It's just a beautiful place to be at right now, cryptocurrency, and the way you guys are just slowly bringing things together, right?
Yeah, we're excited about the future.
yeah.
And you really got me excited about that announcements that's, you know, saying about new audiences and stuff. I'm just like, cannot wait to hear it myself personally.
Yeah, I mean, so I think now would be as great of a time as ever to kind of announce to you guys.
Ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So we got a pretty major announcement. Very excited to touch on it. So as we mentioned, we've been doing a lot of work on the infrastructure side, a lot of development on the back end, and you know that's been a major focus of like, you know, building out the company, it's the sites and the technology. But we've also been working on building partnerships in the VR space in particular to bring additional content for Spectiv VR. So I will say that this is actually just the start. Like, we have a lot more of these coming up on the future. We can't disclose the other ones yet, but this weekend in Hollywood is the daytime Emmys, and Spectiv VR is actually going to be the first ever company to be doing live 360, not live, but 360 video streaming on the red carpet at the daytime Emmys, as well as we'll be giving signal tokens away to all winners of the Emmys. So when somebody wins an Emmy, they get a gift bag. They'll also be receiving signal tokens. But the biggest thing is that on the Spectiv VR platform, we will be doing streaming of basically celebrity interviews on the red carpet at the Emmys. So very excited to bring that first type of content to the platform and move forward with major partnerships like this going forward in the future.
Yeah,
I literally got shivers, man. That's amazing.
Yeah, we're
Wow.
really excited. Again, so the Emmys is a huge organization, and they've got
Right.
different branches. Not to be confused, this is not the primetime Emmys.
Yeah.
It's the daytime Emmys. So think soap operas and daytime, you know, interview shows and things like that. However, this is a huge foot in the door,
Wow,
especially, you know, we really just kind of made this all happen at the last second.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're going to be flying to Los Angeles really tonight and tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
To really get things going for it. A little bit short notice. You know, we're going to be using our GoPro camera rig and everything, but we're really excited. And the main thing is that we are the first virtual reality platform coming to have any sort of content association with the Emmys. And we're looking forward to kind of building that relationship further with the Emmys and seeing how that goes and where maybe we get into the primetime Emmys and even just the other relationships we make there for other types of VR content that we could do, whether that be movies and TV shows later on in the future. It's just a really great like first step. So we're really excited for you guys to see what we do there.
And then real quick, this is just, I can't disclose a lot on this end, but kind of the backbone behind how this deal happened is that we've landed a pretty major partnership in the Hollywood space, and so that's why I was saying we have more events that will be coming up. We can't disclose details on that partnership, but you'll be seeing the results of it over this next, just in the future. You'll be seeing the results of it as we move forward. Lots of things coming every month. So
it is an honor, guys. It is an honor hearing this first, like, personally, and you guys having to see this like live stream as it's happening. It's so beautiful. And like with the Hollywood trying to adopt VR and 360 videos, like for example that recent movie Hardcore Henry, which is essentially a first person like kind of like a Hollywood movie, and you're seeing it, they're moving towards this, and you guys being able to put that foot in the door, take the stepping stone. It's just beautiful. It's awesome.
Yeah, Absolutely. We're really, really excited about it. It's going to be big, and like I'm saying, lots of just big things coming forward. Hollywood is very interested in the VR space in general. You see it like, Ready Player One movie just came out, all about VR and everything basically related to that world. And so you're seeing this industry in general in the mainstream a lot.
Exploding.
So,
Yeah. Also, another fun note, just to expand on it. Dylan, did you get it printed and cut, the signal tokens?
Well, no, they're good.
Okay. Okay. So we're going to be doing a whole gifting suite with all the Emmys nominees, where we've got these really cool letters and basically slips with private key and password for a unique wallet that has signal tokens. And so that's going to be like a really fun, just like exposure opportunity where we really get to just kind of share with everybody who's sort of walking the red carpet some signal tokens. Right now in Hollywood, they're actually like pretty interested in the whole cryptocurrency world. So we're looking forward to hopefully some people taking their signal tokens, plugging them in, using them, maybe snapping a picture with them. It'll be really fun.
Yeah. And then go ahead.
I was gonna say, like if I was a celebrity, and I was interested in cryptocurrency, and my first cryptocurrency was Spectiv. I mean, signal tokens. It would always be unique in my mind because it was my first exposure to it. Just like Bitcoin is unique to most people, right? It's just awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of our idea with it. Is that we're hoping that this is these celebrities' first time ever really interacting with a cryptocurrency. So yeah, it's really cool. And then I was gonna touch. This is just one more thing, but so we're not only working towards like building the company up as well, but just so you guys know, I will actually, as the CEO of Spectiv, be walking like the red carpet and doing interviews for Spectiv. So somebody asked a question earlier about how we're going to be promoting signal tokens in the future. I don't think this question got asked by you, Nicholas, but I saw it in the chat. That's kind of one of the ways that we're going to be doing it, is putting more of a focus on us doing, media things like we did that American Dream show a few weeks ago. We're going to be doing things like that. So in terms of growing that, I'll actually be walking the red carpet at the Emmys, doing live interviews with different media companies, and hoping that that's able to generate some buzz around what we're doing. So
I'm very jealous. Dude, that's so awesome. I just can't put it in words.
Really excited.
You guys have it. You know what to expect, and this is just them putting the foot in the door. And thank you so much for giving us insight on what's happening with your project. If you guys haven't already seen a new website, it's spectiv.io. You should definitely go see all the more details. If you want to dig deep, by all means, take apart the white paper and tell us what you think is awesome, what you think isn't awesome. Post any comments in this video, and definitely go interact with the Telegram community, ask questions. Everyone's very active there. You can catch Dylan very often answering questions, and it's just beautiful seeing this level of commitment to a project, just like any other professional entrepreneur who knows what he's doing.
Thank you for having us on here, Nicholas. Thanks everyone for the questions.
And make sure you guys stay tuned. So many news are coming. Just like you heard Dylan, this is just the beginning. We are here at the ground floor, and it's a beautiful time to be in live. Not only with VR starting to go mainstream, with all these big Hollywood people and industries stepping into VR, just like Ready Player One you mentioned, the awesome movie. It's also the blockchain finally starting to break through, with institutions stepping into blockchain. Just a nice combination of two industries primed for exploding, right?
Yep.
Yeah, we're excited about the timing right now. We think everything's perfect.
It is perfect. And this was a perfect video. Thank you so much for joining me. It has been an honor hearing all this firsthand, and you guys should be very, very happy for hearing this from two amazing co-founders running this awesome project. See you guys later.
Great.